I used to think soulmates were a beautiful idea. Two people, separated by time and chance, somehow finding each other again and again. That was what I believed, until my wife told me she had been searching for me for centuries. It happened on our 5th anniversary. We were sitting on the balcony watching a thunderstorm roll over the city when I said something stupid. I hope I find you in every life. I expected her to laugh. Instead, Elena looked at me with a strange sadness. You always say that. I smiled, because it's true. She looked away. No, Marcus, you say it because you forget. A chill ran through me. What does that mean? She stared at the rain. It means you've said those exact words before. I laughed nervously. Okay, that's creepy. Good one. She didn't smile. 312 times. The air suddenly felt colder. Elena, I have watched you die more times than you could imagine. I waited for the punchline. It never came. You were a fisherman once. You drowned during a storm. You were a soldier who never came home. You were a doctor who spent his entire life saving strangers but couldn't save himself. She turned toward me. And every time, you found me. I stood up. What are you talking about? Her expression changed. Not anger, not sadness, disappointment. You really don't remember. I called it a breakdown. I convinced myself my wife was stressed, maybe depression, maybe something she needed help with. Then, she told me something that made me question everything I knew. Marcus, you have 6 months left. My heart stopped. What? You heard me. You think I'm dying? I know. I went to the doctor the next morning. I expected them to laugh. They didn't. A week later, I was sitting in a hospital room, listening to words no one should hear. Terminal. Untreatable. Months left. The impossible part wasn't that Elena knew. The impossible part was that she wasn't surprised. She was annoyed, like I had ruined something. When I confronted her, she finally stopped pretending. You're not ready for the truth. Try me. She sighed. Human beings think they are at the top of existence. She walked toward the window. You're not. Then what are you? She looked back at me. Something that has been here longer than your planet. The room went silent. I found you when I was young, weak, hungry. Hungry? She nodded. Your species thinks monsters eat flesh. Her eyes darkened. Some of us eat memories. I felt my stomach turn. We feed on the things humans create without realizing it. Regret, fear, loneliness, grief. She touched the glass. You create more energy than any species I've ever encountered. I shook my head. This is insane. Yes. She looked almost amused. Humans always say that first. Then she told me the part I couldn't forget. You are different. Why? Because you never break completely. She smiled. Every lifetime, I choose you because your suffering creates something powerful. I stared at her. You used me? Yes. The honesty hurt more than the confession. But she paused. I also protected you. I froze. What? I could have made your life worse. I could have taken everything from you. She looked almost human for a moment. But I didn't. Why? Her answer was quiet. Because somewhere along the way, I started caring. The lights flickered. The machines beside my bed began shutting off. Elena stepped backward. I'm sorry. For what? For what happens when you remember. The room changed. The walls stretched. The sound disappeared. And for one terrifying second, I remembered. Not one life, hundreds. Every face, every death, every time Elena found me. Every time she waited. every time she lied. Then I saw what she truly was. Not a monster, not an alien. Something older. Something that had forgotten what love was until it met me. When I woke up, doctors were standing around my bed. They told me I had flatlined for almost 2 minutes. They told me Elena was gone. She had disappeared from the hospital. No records, no identification, nothing. But there was one thing left behind. A small envelope on my bedside table. Inside was a photograph. It was old, very old. The picture showed a young couple standing beside a river. The man was me. Same face, same scar above my eyebrow. And standing beside me was Elena. The date written on the back was impossible. 187 years before I was born. Underneath the date, there was a message. 3 words, the same words I had said to her on our anniversary. Find me again. And now I understand. I wasn't the one who kept finding her. She was the one who kept finding me.